Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members. Look, a parent may not want to or need to answer some of the complicated questions that their child may have after seeing the Ten Commandments posted in their classroom. They may, especially if the child is really young, a parent may not want to get into a discussion about what adultery is, or should not covet thy neighbor's wife, or even the terms maidservant and manservant that will be posted in these classrooms. These are complicated, issues that a parent may not think is appropriate to discuss with their child, and so I urge you to motion to not vote to table this amendment and give parents a right over how they want their children and their environment to look like in their educational environment.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Wu, for what purpose?
Would the lady yield for questions?
Does the gentlelady yield for questions?
I yield.
Gentlelady yields.
Representative González, I think you raise a very good point. In the process of education, we don't just throw material at kids, right? Mm-hmm. We don't just say, here, just read this book and you're good, right?
Yes.
We go over the materials with them. We talk about it with them. We explain what things mean. We talk through it. Chapters of books are a part of lesson plans, right?
Yes. Yes.
There's discussion. There is education, and we ask children, what do you think? Do you understand this or not? What is your opinion on it? And we try to use those things to teach. Is that fair?
Yes.
And we never just say, well, here it is, don't ask questions, don't have any background on it, no explanation of why it's happening or what the purpose is, but here it is. We never do that in education.
No.
Because the point of education is to teach, right?
Yes.
And if you're going to put this into a classroom as a teaching tool to teach kids morality, teach kids whatever, teach whatever I am the Lord your God, whatever that's supposed to mean to them, that has to have some type of instruction that comes with it. Is that not fair?
Absolutely.
And without that instructions, without that meaning, especially when dealing with younger kids, if they have questions, especially like things like adultery.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we're leaving it up to now the teacher, because kids are curious, right? They're going to ask, hey, what does this mean? What does that mean? And now we're leaving it up to the teacher when the teachers aren't getting guidance on how to explain these terms, may not feel comfortable. And so a parent may not want to put that responsibility on the teacher to have to explain these certain terms to their child, and they should have the right.
Absolutely. And look, I represent a district in Houston. We have an extremely diverse population. And, I tried to offer different amendments to include the various faiths, including Islam, that is the third largest religion in the world and makes up a significant portion of Texas. And there may be students who are unfamiliar with the Ten Commandments, mm-hmm. of different religious backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds. And they might say, I don't even know what this is. Why is this here? What is the point of it? This is weird, mm-hmm. right?
Yes.
That is not a good place to put our students, is it?
Nope.
Right? Imagine having a student ask you questions and the teacher says, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, and the student's like, well, why is this here then? What is this point?
Yeah.
I mean, it almost seems like there's not really any educational element to this, that this is purely a political move.
Yes.
Like this just has political intent. They're just trying to make a point.
Yes, and again, folks here talk a lot about parental rights, and so other parents should have the right to not have their kids exposed to that if they do not choose to.
Thank you. This is a very smart amendment.
Thank you.
Ms. González sends up an amendment. Ms. Noble moves to table. The question is on the motion to table. If you are in favor of the amendment, vote no on the motion to table. If you are opposed to the amendment, vote yes on the motion to table. This is a record vote. The clerk will ring the bell. Show Ms. Noble voting aye. Show Ms. Swanson voting aye. Show Ms. Flores voting nay. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? There being 83 ayes and 52 nays, the motion to table prevails. The following amendment, the clerk will read the amendment.